Hi friends, Misha here with a Sims video. Surprise, surprise. I've been playing quite a bit of The Sims 4 on my Twitch streams recently. I have mostly been building this house that you're looking at now. It is a house that I've made for my Black Widow challenge, which I'm actually starting my gameplay for today on Twitch. Today, Monday, that this video is uploading. So I'll link to my Twitch channel below if you want to come hang out for that. I'll be starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And I will be streaming some Sims quite frequently on Twitch, where I do stream full-time not Mondays through Fridays. I stream Fridays through Tuesdays, and not every day will be Sims, but I will be playing The Sims a lot, and most of it will be this Black Widow challenge, which if you don't know what the Black Widow challenge is, I will link to that in the description box below. Also linked in the description box, I will leave some places where I got some of my custom content for this house. I used so much custom content, and I do not have a mod folder or custom content folder or links to every piece of custom content that I have, unfortunately. But I will link to some of the blogs where I did get quite a bit of the custom content. And I will also link to this house that I downloaded from the gallery. So I did not build the actual exterior of this house on my own. I'm very, very new to The Sims, very, very new to build mode, so I've kind of sort of gotten decorating down, but not necessarily building the actual homes. So I did download this. It's called Rustic, Witchy. I did edit it quite a bit. I expanded the house in the back some. I added a basement, added a bunch of walls inside the house, but the actual most of the house was built by another person, so I will link to that. Complete credit for that goes to them, but I did decorate all of this on my own. So let's just start touring it. It is very witchy inspired. I wanted it to be very rustic, eclectic, spooky, medieval, all that sort of stuff. So I kept all those ideas in mind when trying to decorate Marcy Nix, our Black Widow's house here. So you can see out front we've got a front porch with the front door. We've got a little welcome wagon out there to welcome us to the community, which we will get to later. And another front porch over here to the side, right off the dining room, with a couple of chairs and some candlesticks. I did try to have as much natural, non-electric lighting in my house as possible, so there are a lot of candles to try to keep to that medieval, rustic, witchy theme, but there's some electricity used. Obviously I couldn't go completely medieval, but I tried to as much as possible, and I did edit a lot of the landscaping, a lot of the plants in front of the house to make them look a bit more, faded, muted colors, a little witchier, a little spookier. So used those like dead rose bushes and those ferns from the vampire pack to try to get that look. Whoa, that started moving a lot faster than I intended. Why is this so shaky? I'm sorry. I'm really not great at the camera yet, obviously. So here you can see the entire backyard, very overgrown, very, I'm probably going to say witchy and spooky and rustic and medieval about a million times in this video, so just get used to that now. I used a lot of grass, a lot of those dead rose bushes, a lot of the, what are they called? Those daisies. These daisies here that kind of blend into the grass, just to try to make everything look really natural and overgrown. So we've got a lot of that, and you can see come out onto the back porch there with a little sitting area and some plants, come down the stairs through that dead tree archway. But we have this fountain here, which is just from, I think it's just a base game fountain. I tried to find something a little bit witchier and spookier, but couldn't really find anything quite like I wanted. But this fountain works just fine. And then down here we've got these tarot cards, which do actually work, which is really, really cool. Got a little sitting area with those. And a garden table over here, because this witch clearly has a lot of greenery, a lot of stuff she's growing, possibly for potions, possibly for food, possibly for other purposes, who's to say. So got a little garden table there for her, and I use this table throughout the house about a million times, so get used to seeing that table as well. Got a water pump over there, right beside her pool, which I've put a ton of rocks around, lots of mushrooms and little creatures as well, some bones and skeletons to make everything feel a little bit spookier. And that is our Black Widow sim, Marcy Nix. I had her testing out the pool just to make sure everything worked, and it did, thankfully, so we're good. And these items over here, the one on the right, the potion, I can't remember exactly what the item is called, but the potion station maybe is what it is. It actually does function as a grill, so I'm excited to maybe use that in the game when she's hosting people at her house and grill some stuff up out here for them. And since this is the Black Widow challenge, the main part of the Black Widow challenge is that you have to kill all of your spouses, actually. So we do have a cemetery plotted out here for our 10 spouses that will eventually meet their grim fate on this property and rest here for all of eternity. So I've got that plotted out here. A little rustic wagon to add to the aesthetic. And then back here we have a sort of secluded secret spot for our Black Widow to, you know, do what she does. There's a fairy circle of mushrooms, a sack with something mysterious in it, a table for doing who knows what, and a Skyrim-esque wooden chair fit for a witchy queen for her to sit and take in all of the splendor of her backyard and all of her hard work. And this side of the house isn't too different, just a lot of plants, some of those dead trees, and some ivy growing on the side. And don't mind those roofs overlapping each other, they're fine, don't worry about it. So back to the front of the house, just notice that fence isn't connected to the house. Don't worry about it, I'll fix that later. You come through the front door into the main room area, and this is what you see. To the left, we've got a little place to hang your coats with some spooky witchy touches. This painting, which is absolutely one of my favorite custom content paintings that I got from all the custom content that I downloaded. I love it so much. And there's another version of it over there beside the fireplace, as you can see, a different painting, but it's the same, same item. Lots of candles, lots of bookshelves, lots of, well, not a ton of plants yet, but quite a few plants. And then over to the right, you can peer into the dining room and then all the way over into the kitchen there. But some more books, some more plants, some more mysterious witchy items. And let's just go through this living room first. So this globe is that, I can't remember what pack it came with, but it is a alcohol cart, a liquor cart where Sims can open it up and make themselves a drink. Got a fireplace with some mysterious friends situated in there. Love this crescent moon shelf that we have over here as well, with some plants and bottles on. Again, love this painting. It looks so cool. I love it so much. And I love all the rugs that I have in this house as well. I am a big fan of fun rugs, especially when they make things look even more witchy and kind of bohemian-esque, I suppose. And then this sitting area with a little mojito drink there on the trunk turned into a coffee table and a couch and a couple of chairs that came from those medieval conversions that I should have a link to the blog that came from down below. And over here is our bar area, which I am very proud of this bar. That cabinet on the right I know came from the vampire pack, I am pretty sure, and I think this bar did as well. But the actual behind the bar, the actual bar area with the liquor bottles are, it's a big mirror that I then place floating shelves on top of, and then just a bunch of these bottles. A lot of them came from the same set, which should be also found in one of the blogs linked below. I think most of them came from the Drifters. It's a set that has the word Drifter in it. That's all I know. So really happy with how that came together, especially with those fairy lights above it. And just a nice place to serve our guests when they come over for a dinner party. Have some seating here as well, a little tankard of ale ready to go. And another set of tarot cards over here, ready to be read. A little fortunes told sign or artwork piece as well, which I really, really like. And this coffin bookshelf is really cool. Some of the books came on it. Some of the stuff I placed there myself. Really like how that looks. And through this door over here, we just have a simple guest bathroom. You can look out and see the blood pool. Lovely. But just a very simple guest bathroom with some candles and nice witchy spooky touches as well. And then back here by the door that you go out to the backyard, we've got another couch and just some shelves with some little pieces of clutter and plants on it. And I now realize like how low these ceilings are and how low these light shades are hanging. I feel like I might need to change that up. I don't know. I'll see. Okay, see, this one looks high enough, but this one looks really low. I'll probably have to change that. And then over here you see it's just a regular bookshelf, right? No, it's not. It is a secret door that leads somewhere that you will see in a little bit. But let's keep exploring the main house. Let's go into the dining room now, which is right over here through this doorway. It's got a door out to that porch that we saw out front. And this dining table is actually like, how many, like 4 or 6 of these tables all put together to make a bigger dining table. And these chairs, I love these chairs so much. They're also from the Drifters. I think it's the Drifters Wonders set is what it's called. And I love them so much. And just got a nice mix of stuff on the table already. Some pies and potatoes and leaves, and why there's a skull there, I don't know, but it looks great, I think. And a nice chandelier hanging above here as well. It looks very strange because I know it is going through the ceiling, but these ceilings are quite low, so I had to get it hanging high enough. And these portraits back here, I absolutely love the way that they look. They are, we have said they are the past Black Widows that have also lived in this house, kind of like the portraits of the past Supremes from American Horror Story Coven. We did name them. Of course, at this point, I've forgotten what we named them, and I even remember us talking about that I'm going to forget what we named them, and I was like, no, we'll remember the past Black Widows. No, we won't. I know the one on the far right we named Bellatrix because she's wearing all black, and that reminded me of Bellatrix from Harry Potter, but the rest of them I don't quite recall. But it's fine. And then we go through this archway into the kitchen, which I'm super happy with how it turned out. Lots of plants, lots of dark rustic touches. So over here is obviously kind of the main kitchen area with all the countertops and just little bits of clutter and little witchy touches as well. Some cooking jars with different ingredients, some knives, different things on these shelves here. Little pot of something cooking on the stove. Here's the mojito jar where that mojito in the living room came from. Some modern touches like the stove and the dishwasher and the sink, but I didn't want to, like I said, didn't want to try to make this a medieval challenge on top of the Black Widow challenge. Just tried to keep everything looking fairly witchy and spooky and rustic. I love this item, these herbs hanging over on the wall. and the fridge and this like succulent wall, which I thought would be kind of like where she grows her herbs. Also herbs, you know, growing by the window. So she uses a lot of stuff that she's grown herself in her cooking and in her potion making. Oh, I can see that some of these items on top of the fridge are floating a little bit, but that's okay. We're not gonna notice that. We're not gonna comment about it, even though I already did. And then over here we've got a china cabinet, some more candles, some more plants, just some more little cluttery touches. And over here I was originally going to make this corner into a breakfast nook with like a seating area and a table, but it ended up just not being the right space for it, unfortunately. But I did end up turning it into like a coffee corner, which I'm really, really happy about how it turned out. A little coffee corner with some obviously coffee and some cream and sugar and maybe some little whatever these are, like some flavored syrups possibly to put into the coffee, and some little cakes. I love the Jack Skellington Little Nightmare Before Christmas cookies there. Good touches. And I love me some layered rugs. I love me rugs in general, but layered rugs as well, I love so much, and I'm really happy with how a lot of these layered rugs throughout the house turned out. So that is the kitchen. And back through the living area, you can see we've got some stairs here that go up to the bedroom. Let me take you up there. So this is what you see when you first come up. There's the stairs right here, and this is what you see when you first come up. More candles, of course, another portrait of one of the, whoops, sorry about that wall, another portrait of one of the past Supremes. I love this mirror. I love a lot of the mirrors that we have throughout the house, and lots of spooky witchy touches on the walls. Oh dear, those curtains are mysteriously out of place. They did look good at one point in time. Oh well, I'll fix those eventually. And this is the actual bedroom area. This is the first room that I decorated, and I am really sorry about the camera. I feel so bad making the camera all jumpy. But I am really happy with how this turned out, especially like the layered rugs. I love that kind of like Skyrim-esque bed, and that tapestry and mirrors behind the bed as well. Just really, really happy with how this room turned out. So this is where Marcy Nix spends her evenings with her plethora of spouses she will be having in the future. And this is her vanity area where she can sit and get ready in the morning. Not the best lighting, but it's okay. She's magical. She doesn't need great lighting. She just needs her all of her frog and skeleton friends there to help her out. Sure. And through this doorway we have the bathroom, which still very happy with how this turned out. Lots of plants around the tub back here, lots of clutter, which some of it's still overlapping, which I don't really like, but I'm also a little too lazy right now to sort it all out manually. But still really like how the look of the room came together. Got herself a full-length mirror, sorry about the wall, full-length mirror over here with the bathrobe, and this long vanity countertop with lots of clutter and soaps and everything you could possibly need in this mirror, which is one of my all-time favorite mirrors. I love it so much. And a skeleton bird friend chilling in here with her. And over here she also has a shower in addition to the tub. I almost didn't want to have a shower because, like I said, I wanted this to be as like witchy and medieval and as using as few modern appliances as possible, but it's going to be nice to have her be able to just take a quick shower and get it over with instead of having to take a long bath every time she wants to get clean. And the bathroom was huge, so we had room for it. And again, using this toilet from the Vampire Pack, looks very, very Victorian. I like it a lot. And shelf with, again, just lots of witchy clutter. You can probably tell I've used a lot of the same clutter throughout the house, but I don't care. I love it so much. Oh, and I also really love this rug down here as well. I've mentioned before, if you've been in my Twitch streams, this countertop is a little bit too modern for my taste. Like, it's clearly not as rustic as the rest of the furniture in the house, but it is the only really long bathroom sink vanity counter thing that I've found that like fits here just perfectly. So I might be changing this eventually to something that fits a little bit better with the rest of the house's decor, but for the most part I really like it. So that should be all of the main house, and now we get to see what is behind the secret door here, the secret bookcase door. So you just go through here, and all there is a staircase that goes down below. Let's cut to down there. So when you first come down these stairs here, this is what you see. Got a fortune teller tapestry here with some suits of armor. And you come over to the left and you see this fortune telling room. So I've got the chair there with the chairs there with a crystal ball where Marcy will read your fortune, peer into your future. Lots of books, lots of touches, lots of clutter. A little bird cage here with some birdie friends that she keeps nice and happy down here. Some dead friends that she also keeps nice and happy, and more layered rugs, which, again, super duper in love with. And again, you think that this is the only room down here? No, no, no. And guess again, we've got another secret door, and when you pass through it, you come into the rest of the basement, which is completely, you know, not a torture dungeon at all. No, no, no. Why would we have anything like that? I have no idea. But we do have our restricted library section over here, and a little cot to for you to sleep and read in if you happen to come down here and find too many books that you like and just want to stay comfy cozy. And of course there's the door to actually access the restricted section of the library. Why is there oh, that's the pool. I was like, why is there another wall out there? But there is this is the secret entrance again. Got a lot of secret doorways in this house, so Marcy knows that she can come through that bookshelf and come into the, I mean, let's be real, it's a jail cell, it's a cage for anybody misbehaving that she needs to keep there. And this is just an alchemy, potions, spell type station. It's a few different pieces, a couple of those tables that I told you I was going to be using everywhere, and then that spell station or potion station with a lot of stuff that it already came with, those books and little cauldron and plants hanging back there. It already came with, and I think it blends nicely with the rest of the items around it, especially the rug. Love the rug, love the like anatomy and botany posters on the wall as well. And then over here we have a sitting area for our Black Widow to sip her wine, peer into the fire, cook her potions in her cauldron. We've got another one of those globe liquor carts where she can make herself a drink if need be, and an actual alive bird friend over here as well. And I love this picture on the wall as well. I think it looks really, really magical and mystical. And then over here, again, not a torture dungeon at all. Don't know where you'd get that idea from. Just a place for her to hang out with some old pals and let her creative mind flow. We've got a place, she makes her own gravestones. It's one of her side businesses. Makes her own gravestones, for some for personal use, maybe for friends and family as well. Again, more magical witchy clutter. A bigger cauldron over here. She's got lots of cauldrons. She's making a lot of potions and a lot of concoctions, so she needs all the different places to make those. And I'll try to find a link to this like dungeon stuff as well. I'm pretty sure I have the link to that I can provide below. I was not really happy with how this torture corner was coming along, but then one of my friends, B, found some really, really good dungeon decorations that just made the whole thing just come together so perfectly. So if you don't know the Black Widow challenge, like I said earlier, it is a challenge where you have to kill all of your spouses. So I'm trying to go with that theme and make our Black Widow's house as kind of death-ridden and magical and spooky as possible. So it is very, you know, it's a little grim, it's a little dark, but I like that sort of stuff, so I'm very happy with it. And lastly, I'll just go over the whole floor plan of the house, because mostly that was all really, really zoomed in. So this is the floor plan of the entire basement. And here is the main level of the house, including the living room, dining room, and kitchen, and the yard area as well. And then the upstairs with our master bedroom and bathroom. I hope you guys enjoyed this house tour. I had so much fun decorating this house. Sorry if this video was a little messy and choppy in places. Like I said, I'm still very new to The Sims, so I'm still getting used to using the camera and navigating around everywhere, but still really happy with how this house turned out. And I'm really, really excited to start our gameplay of the Black Widow challenge and eventually get into other challenges and types of builds in The Sims as well. So everything that I talked about in the video should be linked in the description box below. Like I said, I don't have links to every single piece of custom content, but I will try to link to the main sets that I used and the main blogs that I got most of the content from. Thank you guys for watching. I would love to see you on Twitch when we're doing our live streaming of the Black Widow challenge. Like I said, I do stream Fridays through Tuesdays. Not every single day will be Sims 4, but it is going to be one of our main games that we focus on in the next couple of months. So we would love to see you there. It's going to be a really fun and spooky and interesting challenge to go through, especially as my first real dive into gameplay in The Sims 4. So always looking for advice and tips, polite advice and tips, of course. So feel free to give that as well. And if you have any other custom content that you recommend that I use in this house, feel free to link that in the comments below and let me know if there is anything you would do different in this house or just any other thoughts you have on the build at all. I would love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys with another video soon. Y'all have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. Don't forget to be awesome. Bye.